This show is part of the RetroZap.com podcast network.
And welcome everybody to episode 46 of the Animanicast.
You be strange creatures.
We're not creatures, we're Native Americans.
But does not look like Native Americans.
Confidentially, we're adopted.
Yeah, it's a heck of a story. Lost in the wilderness, we were raised by a flock of turkeys.
And welcome again to the Animanicast. We are the only podcast that is dedicated to the animated television series, the Animaniacs. Here we explore the series, episode by episode, revisiting all the cultural references and gags that we can possibly think of. And in the end, we give each and every episode a water tower rating. I am Joey, and joining me once again is my brother Nathan.
Robots don't say ye.
I'll show ye. And across the country in Georgia, it's Kelly.
Hello.
So we're doing Futurama references now?
Well, just the episode reminded me of that for some reason.
I'd like to know exactly why. Oh, because of the...
They keep saying ye.
Oh, okay. So there you go. So the Pilgrim. So, yes, today we have... well, we were thinking beforehand, like, I don't know if this episode is really... doesn't really match with the time we're originally releasing this in May.
No, it's not.
Because it's Thanksgiving themed.
And we're all thankful.
We're all thankful for this episode and for being here and, and being together, and thankful for our listeners, right? So it sort of makes sense. But this episode is coming out the day before Mother's Day.
Which we're thankful for our mothers.
Which we're thankful for mothers, exactly. So this episode has a segment called Turkey Jerky, right? Or is it Jerky Turkey? It's Turkey Jerky, yes. It's called Turkey Jerky. And then another one called Wild Blue Yonder. And here's the connection, folks. Wild Blue Yonder is very mother-based, basically.
Yeah.
So we'll talk.
And the other one's turkey-based.
Like what, a turkey baster?
Yeah,
what?
there you go.
So anyway. And we have a couple of little things thrown in there as well. Well, what do you guys think? In a few words, what would you say about this episode? Kelly, let's start with you.
It's very Thanksgiving themed.
and Nathan, what about you?
It's very bird themed.
I think it's very funny themed.
Sure.
Yeah, it's all of those things. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So, Nathan,
yes.
When did this episode first premiere? And for the record, there was like some different answers for when this date.
Yeah, but the real answer is...
the one we're going with is...
Monday, November 22nd.
All right.
That's right. And that was just one day after Cinderella closed at New York State Theater, New York's, after 14 performances. And Cyrano, the musical, opened at Neil Simon Theater, New York City, for 137 performances.
So, yeah, we were just talking about Cyrano a few weeks ago. So,
yeah.
How appropriate, sort of, that we brought him up again.
There you go.
So there you go. The things that premiere.
Yep.
Okay. Whatever. Okay, so... Well, before we get to our first cartoon, we have to mention that today's episode began with... Newsreel of the Stars.
I don't think we need to mention this at all.
Newsreel of the Stars.
Well, here's the thing, that it's easy to miss Newsreel of the Stars in this one, because if you're watching it on Netflix,
yeah, they just skip past it.
They skip right past it.
Good. Perfect. And we skipped the show's namey, which is like...
We've already seen that a few times, too.
Let's just get to the good stuff.
It seems like, and I'm sure, many of our listeners know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that as the next few seasons, they really went into the variable verses a lot more. It seems like this first season, it really feels like we've gotten to like 5 or 6 variables, and then we're just kind of looping back and repeating them to... Like, and the show's name is so not even worth mentioning at this point because it's kind of boring. But
like we know it's the show's name.
I know. You've said it 20 times. But yes, Newsreel of the Stars. It's the beginning, and you might miss it actually because
don't try to go.
You
back
might
to watch
miss it, but if you do miss it,
you're not going to miss it.
Yeah, you're not going. You might miss it, but you won't miss it. Well, anyway, let's go. Let's go ahead and get right into our discussion of today's episode. So the first segment here is called Turkey Jerky. And Turkey Jerky was written by Peter Hastings and Tom Ruger, and it was directed by Gary Hartle. And Nathan, what basically happens here in Turkey Jerky?
So we find ourselves on Plymouth Rock with the early colonials, and they need to eat...
Pilgrims, you mean?
Yeah, I guess that's it. The pilgrims on Plymouth Rock, and they need to eat food, and they don't know what to eat, so they decide to eat turkey, and that's where our hero, I'm going to call him the hero, even though he's technically the villain, but Miles Standish goes to get food for everyone, which is a heroic thing. I think he's going to go hunt a turkey, but the Animaniacs stop him. The Warner Brothers and their sister Dot they have a pet turkey, and he wants to try to kill the pet turkey. So there's a whole bunch of shenanigans, and they're chasing each other, and there's a bunch of size differences going on too, and where people shrink down and grow and everything like that. And it ends up he just, I guess, is afraid of the turkey, and then he gets really lonely without the Warners, so they all just become friends, and
they end up driving him crazy too.
Yeah, he's kind of turns into a turkey himself. But they all just eat corn or maize, as the Indians, Native Americans would say. So.
Exactly. But I did notice they had a ham on that table too, though. So they did eat some meat at that Thanksgiving, apparently.
Yeah.
The turkey was fine, but that poor pig.
It wasn't anyone's pet, though.
Exactly. It's all good. So.
What? Is it just me, or did Miles Standish kind of resemble Gaston?
You know what? I saw some people online comparing him to Gaston as well, so you're not alone in that comparison.
I mean, I could see that.
He did kind of have Now, I was shocked to actually find out that Miles Standish was actually a real pilgrim.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just had to look him up because the name itself, it almost sounds fake the way that it sounds.
Like standoffish, I would say.
Yeah, but let's see. Miles Standish, if I just type him up right here, the quick little summary on Wikipedia says Miles Standish, spelled M-Y-L-E-S. Not M-I, but anyway. Miles Standish was an English military officer hired by the Pilgrims as military advisor for Plymouth Colony. So, yeah, he was there to defend Plymouth Colony from the beginning. So he was... From turkeys. Well, he was very protective. He was like calling the turkey a beast, and at one point...
Kill the beast!
Kill the beast! No wonder he thought he sounded like Gaston Kelly. He called him a beast, but he called him, "Fowl that be called Turk, I shall have thee."
Oh, fowl that be called Turk, I shall have thee.
It's one of my favorite lines in the thing. But he sounded very similar. He was voiced by Maurice LaMarche, and he was doing a voice that was very similar to previous characters. It was Richard Burton, I believe, is the character or the actor kind of caricature's voice he was doing. So it was the same voice that I heard in it's Sir Yaxalot, I believe, like the narrator for that for Camelot. And there was the other time was with Cleopatra, and he was doing a Richard Burton impression with Mark Anthony. Okay. So yeah, so it was the same voice. I recognized it. I was like, oh yeah, okay. So they're still doing that impression. But there were some cultural references in this two-segmenter. It was split. This cartoon was split into two segments, so they had a nice commercial break in between. Essentially, their Thanksgiving special of the series, I suppose. First of all, they go into Wacko does. He is Yakko is yakking yak. And Wacko is Wacko who waltzes with wolves. So, a reference right there to the show, or not the show, the movie /book, Dances with Wolves, which was pretty big in the early 90s at this time. I remember I was in middle school and I actually even read the book Dances with Wolves when I was a kid because I'm not sure if I saw the movie first or read the book first. But
I haven't done either, so...
For the record,
I didn't understand at all when he started dancing with the wolf. I was like,
well, for the record, that wasn't a waltz either. It was like a swing dance.
okay. But I assume in the movie he dances with wolves, right?
Sure.
Pretty sure. And
Pretty
it's kind of
sure.
like, big spoiler, wacko, thanks.
I think it's something about like Kevin Costner has to like be the bodyguard of the wolves or something, and then they all sing, right? Is that how it goes? And they sing like "I will always howl you" or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway. But Dot like runs off like 3 actresses' names real quick in this one. Valerie Bertinelli, who we've mentioned before in a previous one, who's television actress. She's still doing stuff every now and then. I saw Valerie Bertinelli on an episode of Match Game recently with Alec Baldwin, so she's still hitting the game show scene at least. And then she goes because she of course Dot wants to know who will play the part of Dot in the upcoming movie that goes over the Warners, how they became Native Americans or something like that.
The story of that would be an interesting episode.
Well, she mentions Natalie.
They were adopted and everything. And
by the turkeys, right?
Yeah. Raised by turkeys. So
yeah. Well, so she mentions Valerie Bertinelli, and then she mentions Nancy McKeon or Jackie Smith for a more mature kind of thing. And Nancy McKeon was played the part of Jo on Facts of Life.
Okay.
So you take the good.
Yeah, I take the bad.
Take them both, and then you have.
Yeah, well, the Facts of Life.
Yeah.
The Facts of Life. Yeah. So, and then of course we have Jackie Smith, who was on Charlie's Angels at some point.
Okay.
And far, way before Natalie Portman played her, she played the part of Jackie Onassis Kennedy in some sort of TV movie. So we're dealing basically with 3 television stars of the 1980s / 90s that were just in a bunch of movie of the week specials. So there you go. That's what Dot was most interested in as she flips through her Screen Actors Guild book. And later on, they when they're doing the whole psychologist thing, like
about his hamster and everything.
Yeah, Miles wants to talk about his little pet hamster when he was a little kid.
Took to bed every night.
Good night, everybody.
But he's our pet. We love him.
I cannot.
Why? Haven't you ever had a pet?
No. Well, yes, but 'twas long ago, when I was but a boy. My dear pet hamster. I called him Petey Pajamas.
Yes, tell me all about Petey.
Oh, I did love that hamster so. I tooketh him to bed with me every night,
Good night, everybody.
Oh, golly, yes. And I did knit him teeny tiny pajamas to wear. He slept on my nose. I misseth him so. My little Petey Pajamas.
There, it's all right. Nappy nap time for our cranky pilgrim friend.
But they played the Three Blind Mice song. So that was the song they played in Three Stooges shorts. So perhaps like a little bit of connection there. But really the bigger connection was that the Doctor is in sign from Peanuts. Yeah, was up behind them. One weird kind of part where the turkey prays for help.
Oh, yeah.
And then like a white thing of light right there. And then the Yakko dressed up as a Catholic priest comes and goes, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that," and all that. I thought it was very odd that would happen, since the Pilgrims were actually, went to America in the first place to escape the Church of England, who they believed, were, doing things against God's will and everything like that. So that that essentially this pilgrim would be listening to a Catholic priest or, somebody that essentially looks like someone from the Church of England would.
It's probably not historically accurate.
Probably not. But just ironic, I would say.
Wait, my son. Is this the answer? Using a gun on a helpless creature?
Well,
You might poke someone's eye out with that thing. And you'd break your mother's heart. Not to mention Petey Pajamas.
There's two other quick little things.
Mm-hmm.
One is when Miles gets squashed in the tree and he, taps the tree to get the maple syrup out.
Yeah.
Calling him basically a sap.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Who wants maple syrup?" And they go, "I do, I do."
Who wants maple syrup?
I do.
And Nathan, I'm sure you probably don't remember it, but Kelly, do you remember the Trident commercials at all?
Who wants Trident? I do. I do. Love the taste? I do. I do. Cinnamon, fresh mint. I do. I do. I do. I do. Trident sugarless gum comes in 6 delicious flavors, so it's up to you.
I don't know if that's a connection.
It's a stretch.
It sounds somewhat familiar, but...
Well, let me tell you something. When it might be a stretch, but when I typed in "Who wants Trident," I do, the first thing that comes up is the commercial. And the commercial is from 1992. So it was... There
we go. It's fresh in their minds.
Fresh in their brain. So, and I remember it being...
It might have even been a subconscious thing.
Well, I remember it being a thing when I was a kid. Like, I remember in elementary school and in middle school, people would say that, like, "Who wants Trident?" I do. Who wants gum? I do, and all that stuff. So, I don't know. When they said that, I thought it could be a connection that would be totally lost on today. Like, today, you would not even think twice about connecting that to anything. But really, the last thing that I saw that I had no idea what it was they were talking about what day should we call this? We're day where we're thankful. And they were saying Arbor Day and Halloween, Cinco de Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
One of them says Shrove Tuesday. Do you have any idea what Shrove Tuesday is?
No, I've never heard that.
Ever hear of Shrove Tuesday at all, Kelly?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, Shrove Tuesday. Looked it up real quick. It's the Tuesday right before Ash Wednesday.
Okay.
So right before Lent begins and everything. And apparently you eat pancakes on it. Apparently the tradition in some parts of Europe and stuff it's called Pancake Day, essentially.
Okay.
I have no idea what the word shrove means, but apparently people eat pancakes. Why? I don't really know. I just thought it was kind of cool.
They didn't have a day for it yet,
It's International Pancake. Oh my gosh, the International House of Pancakes Day.
Oh my gosh,
it's
that's
Shrove
what it
Tuesday.
Is. IHOP Day.
Everyone, we'll see you there at IHOP next Shrove Tuesday. So there you go. So those are our little references right there, connections to other stuff. But there's quite a few funny things that go on in this, two segmenter. Kelly, let's start with you. What were some things that kind of stood out? Some stuff you thought was funny or whatever?
I liked it the way I liked the way they talked when they would say stuff like "Oh, are you going to catch us the turkey?" and adding ETH at the end of words.
Yes.
And, kind of giving it that a little bit of that archaic way of speaking. And when Dot was talking about, I think it was when they were talking about, their turkey being their friend or, adopting them, or how they were adopted. They, at the bottom of the screen, it flashes Academy voters, vote now.
Oh, yeah.
And she was trying to, win an award.
No, please, not Mr. Gobble. Take me, come on, but spare the bird. We love him so. Oh, please, spare the simple creature.
Congratulations.
It pays to overact.
Wins the awards.
Yep, and of course they got like an Emmy award right there, and of course the Animaniacs did win several Emmy awards. So apparently they knew what to do.
It was win Emmys on the show, and then they'll win Emmys in real life because they'll be like, wow.
Yeah. Nathan, what about you? What's some of the things you liked?
I liked seeing Elmer Fudd. That was a fun little thing.
That was a cool little thing.
I liked Dot's really long name that had changed since, it's no longer...
It's, what was it? It was Princess.
Yeah,
I wrote it down.
Oh, you have the whole thing?
Princess Pretty Dear.
And I be Princess Pretty Dear, who moves like a springtime fresh gazelle, sweet as honey and is sweet. But you can call me Dot. Or are you the kind of guy who never calls a girl? You cad! I'm leaving you! I'm going home to Mother!
Good for her.
And just for the record, the other things that the pilgrims were thinking about making before they got the,
Oh, yeah, that was fun. I like that.
Yes, before they went to go get turkey were okra quiche, which sounds kind of nice. It's kind of good. Salmon tacos, which does sound pretty good. I like fish tacos. And, of course, curly Cajun fries.
Which the guy really likes.
Yeah, they're to dieth for.
I just like that when everyone starts talking, the main guy is just saying like, oh yeah, I really do like the Cajun curly fries.
Yeah, the side talking was pretty cute.
Yeah.
Overall, the episode was very Looney Tunes-ish, though. It was, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it was just more
I mean, the whole,
slapsticky-ish.
like, taking away the whole scene where he's all by himself was
I love that.
extreme. Yeah, it was very funny, but and just the setup for it, like, you're gonna be really lonely.
Yeah.
No, I won't. But yeah, when they cut away and he's just all by himself, and it was very reminiscent of that Daffy Duck and the artist kind of thing.
Like erase the background and just be all alone. That was probably my highlight. That was probably my favorite bit of the entire the cartoon right there, was taking away the background and being all alone.
I am finished with thee, all of thee. Now hither go. Leaveth me be.
You'll be lonely if we go away.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
I will not be lonely. Now go. Hello? 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 Is anyone there? They kiddeth not. I am lonely. I be lonely.
Told you so.
Well, overall is a cute, one. I know that one of our fellow RetroZap podcasts thought we might discuss this particular one way back, a few months ago when it would have been
like Thanksgiving.
When they were discussing, it was a Techno Retro Dads was discussing Thanksgiving specials, and they were like, "Oh, Animaniacs had one too. Maybe the Animanicast will discuss it." And I'm thinking, well, eventually we will, but not for a while. So here we finally did it. So you can,
and now just get a time machine.
There you go.
And you can go back.
Or you can
or wait until Thanksgiving.
You can download and listen to this episode
every day until Thanksgiving.
Exactly, and then you'll be totally ready. So, other than those kinds of quick little moments, guys, is there any other things thoughts on this first moment, or any thoughts on this first cartoon?
It was fun seeing their necks get tangled at the end with his turkey neck, I guess.
And Kelly, anything else that you thought was cute?
I just kept being so distracted that he looked like Gaston. Carrying the gun and everything. It's just like in the beginning of Beauty and the Beast, where he's going and hunting and singing and of course I mean the cartoon, naturally, not the live action version, but because now that exists and my whole worldview is skewed because it's like, wow, there's Beauty and the Beast movie and not just a cartoon
and musical and live action musical.
I knew about the musical.
But those don't count.
Yeah, I've seen it on stage like 3 times. Hashtag not obsessed.
And one other little cute. Overall, I just kept really thinking Looney Tunes. I really liked that whole PT. What was his name? PT Pajamas or something?
The hamster.
The hamster.
Speaking of Looney Tunes, did we mention Elmer Fudd?
Shh! Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting web.
Go away.
It was a quick cameo. There was also Slappy and Skippy were also.
Oh yeah, Slappy and Skippy were like up in a tree watching the first thing. Yeah, they're up in the tree like right at the very beginning.
Yeah, they don't say anything.
Yeah, they're just eating walnuts, like watching. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this one. It's a lot of cute stuff. Again, when it comes to episodes like this, I always think like, oh, if only they could have put in a song, it would have been like
even
better.
They had the turkey song.
What's Oh gosh, that's right. Let's not forget the fact that they played the Turkey in the Straw song like all the time in this one, which was cute. Yes.
And not annoying.
Not annoying. Yeah, that turkey really liked to sing all the time like that. Yeah, it was cute. It had some nice visual gags, really, and the whole thing was really based upon visual gags more than a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
the whole thing with Wacko too, with his gun, like him shooting the gun and shooting out his mouth, was happened in a few Looney Tunes cartoons, I believe, as well.
Yeah, I think Daffy's done that before.
Daffy's done it with eating bullets or something like that, which that's always fun to watch somebody shooting bullets out of their face. Hey. Well, before we move on to our next cartoon, let's take a quick moment to talk about our TeePublic store, which of course is teepublic.animanicast.com, where you can find a ton of different Animaniacs, Star Wars, Tiny Toons, Freakazoid, and whatever kind of other designs we really like. So this is a great way to not only support artists who actually design these designs, but you throw a few cents our way as well, which
those pennies
will always be appreciated. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple designs that we like, and I have one that I'd like to talk about right now because I have it right in front of me. This is a design called Los Warner Hermanos, or Los Warner Hermanos. You do not pronounce the H in Spanish. Hermanos, right? Anyway.
Yeah.
Hermanos. And it is by Clay Graham Art. And it's kind of like the design here, Nathan? I have it in front of me because I bought a sticker. It's the Breaking Bad. I've never seen Breaking Bad.
What's that about?
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
I've started watching Better Call Saul.
Oh, well, so this is like the chicken thing, right? What's the...
Yeah, there's a chicken restaurant. It's an actual restaurant in New Mexico, too. You can actually go to Los Pollos Hermanos.
Well, this is Los Warner Hermanos. I can't even talk today. But it's really cool, and it's in this design. And Nathan, guess what?
What?
This is for you!
Woo! Awesome!
Got Nathan a gift.
Why you get things you don't even know?
Yes, the stickers are really cool because they're only $2.50, so you can get a design that you don't necessarily have to pay $20 for. This one right here, it's $2.50.
Yeah,
and there you go. And it's actually, the stickers are not just printed on like normal sticker paper or something.
This is nice.
It's actually printed on a vinyl kind of material, so it's not going to tear easily, and it looks, I haven't tested it myself, but I think it's going to be like more waterproof and stuff. No, Nathan! No!
Oh, it tore.
Oh, man.
You said it was... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't completely tear resistant.
Here, take off the outside part, okay? See?
Oh, I see.
See how it comes into it. So he's going to rip the... Okay,
the sticker.
Not the sticker.
What?
Rip the outside of the sticker part.
Yeah, it's not...
Yeah, that's durable.
It's not terrible, guys.
There you go. See, that's the sound right there of vinyl.
Ripping the sticker into pieces.
No, that's the sticker's fine. It's the surrounding part of the sticker is ripped to little pieces. So, but it's actually very durable. So there you go. So Nathan, what about you? What design did you pick out?
Okay, I picked out We Once the Redhead by Ranger Rob.
Yeah.
This is a sticker I would get for Joey if I got him a sticker.
Because I put it on there. I thought it was really cool.
I was like, this is awesome. So basically, it's a mashup between Roger Rabbit and Pirates of the Caribbean, because the We Once Redhead is Jessica Rabbit. So
yeah, the redhead from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yeah.
I just thought,
But there we go. It's Jessica Rabbit instead of the redhead.
Yeah, any mashup of different Disney stuff with Roger Rabbit.
It's fun.
It's good for me. Kelly, what about you?
I picked a shirt called Steven Tribute t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
And it's by Flyland Designs. do note that Stephen is misspelled here. It's on the website it's Stephen.
Oh.
But my Stephen has a V.
Yes.
So looks like Steven Spielberg, but he's kind of drawn in a way that resembles Quint from Jaws. He's got a cigar in his mouth. He's kind of looking, a little crazy. And it's got E.T. and Jaws and the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park on there. And the dinosaur and the shark have their mouths wide open, real sharp teeth. It's just a very, dynamic, crazy-looking image, and I love it.
Cool.
It's House Spielberg-y.
Very Spielberg-y. Well, you can check all of those out and many more by going over to tpublic.animanicast.com and check them out. Hey, and like I said, there's shirts, there's phone cases, there's stickers, there's all different types of...
Whatever you want. You can get it for your mom as a late present.
Yeah, exactly.
Say, sorry I forgot about Mother's Day.
You can show her the receipt online and say, it's coming on, just wait a week or so.
There you go.
Well, thank you again to TeePublic for your support. All right, let's go ahead and get to our last cartoon of the day, which is entitled Wild Blue Yonder. And Wild Blue Yonder was written by Nicholas Hollander, and it was directed by Alfred Gimeno, whatever.
You know what it is.
You know Alfred. I'm just going to call him Alfred G from now on.
Yeah,
maybe not. Anyway, Kelly, can you tell us what happens in this cartoon?
This is one of those cartoons that doesn't have the Warner Brothers or any of the recurring characters. It's a little bird, and he's in the nest with his mom and some eggs, and she flies off, and he sees a plane flying overhead, and he goes, "Mama, Mama," and he thinks it's his mom. So he goes flying off behind this plane, and the cartoon follows him basically flying in the air for forever.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he does it without getting tired, but he flies kind of into a movie screen. There's an action movie with airplanes with machine guns, and he starts imitating the machine guns, and it's really cute. And he sees jets, and he keeps flying all over the place, and then he mistakes missiles for eggs. And he's trying to save the eggs, and so they don't break. And he's riding this missile down, and it blows up into the ground. And he's like, "Oh, eggs got broken," and he's so confused because he just doesn't understand the world around him. And he finally makes it back to the nest, and his mom comes back. Well, no, I guess she doesn't come back yet. The other eggs hatch, and then they think a plane's the mama.
Right.
And he's like, kids, they just don't know. And then the mama actually does come back, and they're all happy, and they understand that mama's not an airplane or a jet or anything like that.
Exactly. The end. It's very similar to the Dr. It wasn't really, I don't think, written by Dr. Seuss, but it was always in those Dr. Seuss books, Are You My Mother? Remember that little thing with the bird going up to the... Oh, here. I hear a jet coming... Mama? I heard a jet going right over our head. Is that... Wait, our mom is not a plane. I forgot.
Happy Mother's Day.
So, but it's very similar to kind of the plot. This is like so cool that it's actually flying over one time. It's actually appropriate for it to fly over the house right
Although
here.
it was a stealth jet in the other side.
Oh, that's right. This isn't very stealthy.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
Sorry, Mama.
But very similar to that book. You guys know the book I'm talking about, right? The bird going up to the dog and then going up to all the other things. Nathan's looking at me like,
I remember this now.
Yeah, it's called Are You My Mother? And
No, Joey, I'm not.
No, okay, you're my brother. That's right. But the only real reference I could think of that was somewhat to something else was Dr. Strangelove. Just because the bird it goes into the stealth bomber. It's very weird how he's able to, number one, get into the stealth bomber, but number two, like, how is he able to fly as fast as a stealth bomber to even catch up to him? But whatever. He goes inside, and I think going inside his mother, which he sees all these eggs,
That's
which
weird.
is weird. But he sees all the eggs, or the bombs in this case.
Eggy, eggy, eggies. Hello, little brother. Hello, little sister.
And then, of course, the door opens up with the Eggy, and he rides it down.
Trying to save his brother and sister.
Right. And so that whole scene is very similar to Dr. Strangelove, because I forget the character's name, but he jumps, he's on
Spoilers.
he's on top of the bomb at the end, and he rides it down like a cowboy right there. It's a famous shot. So kind of for a split second was a little bit like Dr. Strangelove. But that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about this cartoon? Did you like it? Not like it?
I thought he was cute.
Kelly, what about you?
Yeah, I thought the same. It was really, really cute, and kind of a little bit reminded me of Baby Plucky, just a tiny bit.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's voiced by another one of the Ruger boys.
Yeah, I think Cody.
Cody Ruger. Yeah, that's right. So we have Tom Ruger, the creator here, of Animaniacs, and now this is their third boy to be on the show. So Cody got to be a voice on the show. So we have the Flame, we have the Bird, and we have Skippy as all,
or Plucky,
or Baby Plucky, of course, all as the Ruger boys right there. Each get to voice a character. I gotta say, it was kind of weird, because I'm not used to episodes that involve actually bombing and destroying a city.
Yeah, it was like carpet bombing. This whole I was like.
Not even like a strategic,
Yeah, it wasn't like a military base or something. No. It was just like
we're bombing an entire city, and I thought
I would assume it's abandoned. That's what I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, we're gonna assume that because it was apparently very close to the United States or wherever they started.
I know. I was like, what?
Like they just decided to go off and bomb.
I mean, we don't know that they started off. Did they ever say what park? It could be a different country altogether.
It could be
with the U.S. military base nearby or something.
Sure. It was. Yeah. I don't know. That whole bombing the city was just a little too real for me. It's not something I would really expect to see in cartoons.
I can get a break. That saved Eggy. That saved Eggy.
Luckily, it didn't get dark or anything like that, because it was just like, oh, we just bomb a city. But in today's world, when stuff like that happens, it's not that funny to me.
No, for some reason, it's just not funny when
I don't get
cities get bombed.
But overall, it was, I guess that would be the word for it, it's cute. The bird was cute. And I liked it when he called the little eggs little brother and sister and stuff like that. That was kind of cute. Well, there's one last thing to do, and that is, of course, the Wheel of Morality.
It's that time again.
To make fun of people in Range Rovers?
To discuss how cute I am?
No, it's time to learn the day's lesson.
And today's Wheel of Morality moral was, don't eat with your mouth full. No?
Yeah. Don't eat with your stomach full.
One thing I was wondering... I was wondering while watching this one is, I wonder how they recorded all these different morals, because Wacko in this one says, I'm still confused, or something like that. And that was like something originally, remember, like one of the first Wheel of Morality. I think it was the first Wheel of Morality. Wacko said, I'm confused. What was today's moral?
Yeah, that's how they...
And then right now he says, I'm still confused. I'm not sure how they exactly recorded these. I would like to ask I doubt the voice actors actually remember, how the heck these were
I'm guessing
recorded.
they did them like all.
They did them all. I'm going to guess they did them all in one day, put different little reactions, and then just kind of piecemealed the different parts to where they wanted them. But it's an okay moral. What do you guys think of today's moral?
It's funny. It mashes up.
It's a good moral.
It's a good moral. It is definitely a good moral.
It mashes up the don't talk with your mouth full and don't eat with your mouth open. And just mashes them up. So it's funny, because you could say, don't talk with your mouth open.
Yes.
And that's also impossible.
Yes. Oh, I'm getting it. See, you know what?
It's like a joke.
Oh, my. See, I even read it, and I didn't even get it. I'm like, just don't eat with your mouth full. I'm like, oh, wait. They didn't say don't talk, don't eat.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, see, am I right, Kelly? Like, he'll say it.
I even watched the stupid thing on closed captioning. And
No.
I
just read it. I just read it, and it still went vroom right over my head. This is why we need Nathan around here.
This is the one thing I can do.
Yes, to say
point out obvious jokes.
And I was like, no, that actually makes sense. It's not really funny, but it's a good instruction.
No, but now I get it. Don't eat with your mouth full.
That just means like don't eat
more food when your mouth is already full.
Well, I mean, you can't eat with your mouth full so just don't put food in your mouth. I guess eat without putting food in your mouth. Or just
okay, now I'm just...
So no wonder Wacko's still confused.
Yeah, okay, so now it's making more sense. Okay.
I think Wacko's like, how am I supposed to eat? Because that's...
Well, I'm glad we took the time to discuss this moral. Because it went from one part of the thing like, whatever, to, oh, okay, that's slightly clever and confusing now. So, I don't know where we are, but... Without any further ado, folks, let's go ahead and get to the water tower rating. So what do you guys think? Out of 5 water towers, how many water towers would you give today's episode? Nathan, let's start with you.
I'll give it 3 water towers. If Netflix made me watch Newsreel of the Stars, then I might have lowered it to 2.5. But it didn't make me, so just 3 water towers.
Okay, and Kelly, what about you?
I'll give it 3 also.
All right. And I'm giving it a 3 as well. So we are 3 people giving it a 3.
3, which averages to something.
Today's episode is brought to you by the number 3.
Woo!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So let's go ahead and we have our poll results from last week. Right. And back from his vacation is the announcer.
Awesome. No, this is great.
Hello there, this is your announcer, back from my extended vacation with this week's Animanicast Twitter poll. Listeners were asked, which of these sloppy squirrel cartoons is your favorite? Hashtag Animaniacs, hashtag Animanicast poll. 32% said, and justice for Slappy. 33% said, critical condition. But in a very close match, 35% said, I Got Your Can was the best of these 3. So there you go. That's the end of this nutty poll. And now it's back to the studio with a brand new poll for this week.
All right, so those were our results.
Oh, I missed him.
Yeah, I'm glad you missed him. But let's go ahead and get to our new poll for this week. Nathan, what do we got?
Well, we got a poll.
All right.
So this is going to be an interesting one, and it's going to be quite fun. So who is the cutest Ruger? That's right, folks. Which Ruger is the cutest? So we have Cody, which was in today's episode. He played the little birdie.
Yeah.
We have Nathan Ruger, who played something, right?
Skippy. Played something.
and Plucky. And we have Luke Ruger, which played the flame.
Yeah.
And we have Tom Ruger. Should he be in this? I don't know.
Yeah, let's put Tom Ruger in there too, because they helped create Animaniacs, so I think
yeah, that's kind of cute.
It's kind of cute. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
So
which is the cutest?
I don't know. And however you define cute, I'm not exactly sure how.
Yeah. You can just look at their pictures on images and just say like, yeah, he's cute.
Or the voices. I think you might say the voice is cute.
Probably the voice.
Yeah, I would probably go with the voice.
But yeah, who's the cutest?
Who's the cutest Ruger?
And I can guarantee no one's asked you that before. So
I can guarantee you no one has asked this question. So we may only get 5 votes in this vote. 3
of them will be ours.
So, and maybe Tom Ruger or Nathan Ruger, they're on Twitter. They might vote.
Yeah, and you are allowed to vote for yourself.
There you go.
We'll give that
official. Yeah, we're making it official. You can vote for yourself. Well, Nathan's TeePublic sticker is already on his water bottle.
That's right.
There you go. That's something you put on anything. So now that his water bottle is set, let's go ahead and get over to our contact information. And don't forget, everybody, that Animaniacs Live will be coming to Tucson, and I will be over there. Nathan will not be there, but I will be there, and I'll be wearing my Animaniacast shirt, and you can get a free business card with the Animaniacast logo on it if you want to say hi.
If you want an autograph,
I will charge for that. No, I'm kidding. They will be free. Wow,
the first one's free.
First one's free. So make sure you see me first. Well, there you go. So Kelly, where can people reach you online if they'd like to say hi?
They can say hi at Twitter at Yoda Princess, YODAPRNCSS, or email me, Kelly at BigShinyRobot.com.
And Nathan, what about you?
Hey, I'm on Twitter and DjangoFT. That's me.
I was like, you better say that's me part. And of course, we are over at a bunch of different places. We're on Facebook, we are on Twitter, and if you want to send us an email, you can send us an email at what are we? We're Animanicast at retrozap.com. And speaking of retrozap.com, there's a ton of awesome articles and podcasts and everything like that you should listen to. Podcasts such as ArgCast, Beltway Banthas, Brews and Blasters, Classic Marvel Star Wars Comics, The Deucecast Movie Show, Dunecast, Kanata's Castle, The Sandcrawler, Skywalking Through Neverland, Starship, Sabers and Scandals, Talking Apes TV, the Trade Federation, Techno Retro Dads, and We Know Nothing. And that sounds like a lot of podcasts, and that is. So you can actually, instead of going to each and every one of those individually, you can simply subscribe to the Retro Zap podcast feed and have every single one of those podcasts delivered straight to your device. Including ours. Just so easy, just like that. So head on over to retrozap.com for all of that. And if you want to see an archive of all of our shows, you can head over to animanicast.com as well to see a full listing of all the different episodes we've reviewed. All 46 of them so far. So far. Yeah. So without any further ado, I think that's just about it. So we will see you next week. Boy, oh boy, we're going to have a lot of different references to different movies next week to talk about. But we're going to have to save our energy for that. Well, that just about does it. So for the Animanicast, this is Joey, and for Nathan and Kelly, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
This podcast is not endorsed by Warner Brothers or Amblin Entertainment and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Animaniacs, the Warner Brothers logo, all names, pictures, and sounds of the Animaniacs characters or any other Animaniacs-related items are registered trademarks and or copyrights of Warner Brothers, Amblin Entertainment, or their respective trademark and copyright holders. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of the Animanicast unless otherwise indicated.
Begone, pests, and give me the bird!
We'd love to, really, but the Fox censors won't allow it.
Hi there, this is Frank. I'm here interviewing people about the lovely people over at tpublic.com who are our sponsors for today's show. Excuse me, sir. Can you come here?
What's that?
Well, I was wondering if you, sir, liked T-shirts.
Like 'em? I love T-shirts. I wear a T-shirt every day.
Well, I see. Whoa, watch out for that traffic. Jeez, it's crazy out here. Yeah, so anyway, I was wondering, did you know that TeePublic is a great place to go for independent artist designs?
No, I did not.
And did you know that by going to TeePublic and seeing all those different shirts, you are not only getting an awesome shirt, but you are helping sponsor various independent artists around the world?
No, I did not.
And did you also not know that if you went to tpublic.animanicast.com, you could see a selection of Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Tiny Toons, Freakazoid, Spielberg, and various other designs selected by the hosts of the Animanicast?
No, well, actually, yeah, I did know that.
Oh, well, yeah, so anyway, head on over to tpublic.animanicast.com.
I already did. Look at this awesome shirt I'm wearing.
Wow, it's the Animanicast logo.
Yep, and there's a bunch of other ones up there, too. So head on over to tpublic.animanicast.com.